Moon, I think we cannot draw any comparison from that game, because Infi has a very, very distinct style. With Farseer Firelord, nobody else plays it really. But Kaho also going for the Keeper. Super early Warmill. Warmill? Hunter's Hall. Okay. Alright. Quite some map control then. With Hunts. We've seen Kaho with crazy AP pushes here some time ago. It's been a long time ago, to be honest. And Lin is, unfortunately for him, the best player in defending these pushes. So I don't know if that's the right strategy, but going with Hunts is rarely wrong. It just delays your attack. The unit itself is pretty solid for a while. Until you get the high-level Shadow Hunter, of course. But it all takes time. Detonate here to not beat the Blade Master, who is pretty well equipped in going from one camp to the other. Bigger camp, obviously, for Kaho, who got lots of armor, which against the Blade Master is not necessarily wrong. Of course, you'd love to find some damage earlier. My loyal viewership has finally been rewarded by Knubbequakes. I am blessed. Yo, Knubbequakes went hard on the sub button again Sunday. I woke up hungover and saw quite some notifications. That was lovely. Thank you very much. It's a pretty tame early game. It's not like one of the other players is rushing across. Lin decides very early to go for mirror image. And it seems to be a bit of a trend. Nice control by Kaho. Seems to be a bit of a trend in Warcraft 3 that vision is becoming more important. Vision is knowledge and knowledge is power. Everybody knows. Happy introduced it with the shade. And also mirror image can be used to that extent. Same, of course, for Rod of Necromancy, etc. Night Elves should have bigger vision at tier 2, and this is also what Kaho is going for. I wonder if Kaho is maybe going a similar way that Sonic did, but with a more tame playstyle. Sonic at W3 champion threatened focus quite a bit, with a lot of Dryads, and tier 3. No way! He gets the big one with an illusion! Lin is a god. Oh, that's so bad for Kaho. How is the chat not completely pogging out? Shame on all of you. Careless by Kaho, of course. Very, very careless. Oof. But Lin, you gotta be at the right time, at the right space. Wait, no, place is the word. Whoa, this is rough. A Moonwell was cancelled too. Oh, Kaho going Ultra Vision immediately. What is the steal? 100%? Yeah. It was displayed upper left. Very smooth sailing by Lin so far. Shadowhunter solid levels. Items are looking fine. Kaho eventually got level 3, but could have been even better. Is he going out on the map already? Lin scouts constantly. That's a very good usage of mirror image. Constantly tracking your opponent. Good dust by Kaho. This one mistake of letting the big creep slip. It's not gonna happen to him. Rune Brace is one for the shop for sure. And Kaho is indeed going Dryads into tier 3. This is a playstyle that's not been played too much. In Asia. If it is this classic Sonic follow-up with the Pit Lord. Could be something entirely different, of course. So far, it's an incredibly creep-heavy game. Nobody willing to snipe the other. I mean, Lin went into the base real quick for one Moonwell, but it's not really going on to production buildings or something. Demon Hunter is stacked. Yo! Also Immolation. What? Kaho definitely coming in prepared with some new tricks. Is it enough? He got a town portal to respawn. He wants this item. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. More HP. Oh my god, what a raid boss. But no staff, no orb, no shop. And Lin's push is coming. He's covering for an expansion. An expansion in towers is incredibly hard to deal for. To deal with if you have only Dryads. And so far Lin is buying an incredible amount of time. This tier 3 doesn't really do much. On the back of this fight, Kaho also counter-expanding. This will take some time. And man, that snake pit is dangerous. How do you deal with that? I don't think you do. Mirror image misses the crit. And yeah, Dryad's really good against these. Can of course be resummoned every 3 seconds, so it's not the biggest deal. Kaho is ultra low supply. Since he was rushing tier 3 and is now investing into an army, he's basically reliant on the heroes. And the heroes are well equipped. We got an orc up now, but Kaho, his lumber is incredibly low. Is Flynn just ending the game at this point? Now, Rather pulls back, doesn't want to be caught by more entangle and more poison. But ooh, he's ahead. Now, Lin got a scout again. He gotta have an idea. Why was your army so low? What are you doing in the meantime? What do we think about this immolation? So far, immolation didn't do anything, right? Except creeping. Very unfortunate for Kaho that he has to go for another Moonwell. This slows him down big time. Then again, tracking his opponent. Big consumable again for Kaho. Is that the second? No, Scroll of the Beast. In absence of bears, that's pretty good. Berserker sniped immediately. Ice cold! This June Park guy. Kaho's getting demolished in the fight. The 1 second he steps out in the open. First his base is getting attacked when he did it the first time. Now Demon Hunter with Immolation is trying to run down things. And that is great damage. But Moon Juice, kinda low. Resources are high, but What can you effectively do with that? If Kaho wins this, it's probably only due to the Demon Hunter. He's getting sniped. Misses. Moonwell. But Lin is getting a lot of damage done. Slow and steady wins the race, I guess. A bear transition now. The counter's already out. We got the Kodos there already. This is not the game that Kaho anticipated. Level 4. Even more tanky now. That's the way out, dude. Lin got Kaho in a headlock. And he's not letting go. Over time, when he runs out of mana, that might be problematic, but he has a Sobi Mask, he has heal scrolls, he has a lot of sustain. Kaho is basically playing with heroes only. He's playing double Dota. Got a bear as a supporter in now, but shnoop, he's gone. Overlay not showing up the Kodo 8. Pitch, please. Bottom right hand side.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Kaho still issues with lumber because he constantly has to rebuild all the structures. Chat is discussing if Bido is a shapeshifter. If Bido was a shapeshifter, he would definitely pick a different shape. Anyway, Lin is about to end the game with a crit 165. I think the writing was on the wall for a long time. Crazy dominant. Crazy dominant. Yep. There you go. Gulp, gulp, gulp. The water of victory. This, whatever the plan was for Kaho, didn't really work out. Lin just not even very original, right? It was just straight up. He was able to creep a lot. Got the levels up in no time. And won. I guess. I don't know if this simulation necessarily worked so well. Like if your opponent has a Sobi Mask and is basically a spellcaster but with limited mana, mana burn would have been the best thing to slow down this Shadow Hunter. Maybe he felt he was behind in XP after that Golem snipe and wasn't able to really find spots for the Demon Hunter to level, so he had to speed it up, and that's why immolation. But in these fights, man, it didn't work. Did not work. Twisted Meadows, though, very open map. Maybe it helps if things are a bit more narrow. Oh, concealed heal. Sergeant Sergeant Brüll Vesti, thank you very much for the 8-month. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Chat is dooming about a 003 day for the Night Elves today. Judging from game 1, and judging from the fact that we have Happy versus Moon, this is not particularly impossible. But am I missing something, or was this Kaho build not really elaborate? Like, what was he trying to do? This late game is all about levels, and Kaho just allowed Lin to get the levels. Kaho is a player who oftentimes has a bad start into a series and then comes back pretty strong. Reverse sweeps are definitely possible. So it's time to wake up, Kaho. Upper right is Kaho again, trailing a map now. Kind of fascinating to me whenever I look at Lin's player cam, that he values, like, I can only assume the trophies on the top shelf are the most important, right? That's why it's called top shelf. And then he pairs these wins in tournaments with his Pokemon. There's some odd prioritization. Still a blade. Still a keeper. So, it's the same build by Kaho, isn't it? Is there any good Night Elf player around who can tell me what the plan behind this build is? Like, where do you have control? Where do you threaten your opponent? Beautiful bolt, man. Yo, Echo. Thanks. Sonic played similar timings, but with a very different style on the keeper, obviously, just dabei. And incredibly heavy on Dryads when Kaho was going for bears. So this is evasion creeping right now, and since Lin isn't able to get the mirror images out, that's quite a bit more space. Ooh, this grunt gotta be careful. I mean, this seems to be the week where orcs are losing their grunts incredibly early. Shout out Infi yesterday. I think he seriously lost like 8 to 9 ghouls in early games. Across 5 games. Insane. And Lin can't prevent level 2. Entangled Treants are up. Hunts are coming as well. too bad. Both are... Well, Lin is making a solid effort to find Kaho, but Kaho went all crazy on the map, right? Trying to dodge Lin and dissuade Lin from following him.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
And then picks up the trail again. Sees the build. Sai! Thank you very much for 65 months. Merci. Still roaming, but this is not effective at all. This is not effective at all.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Late master items again. Pretty sick. So Kaho, despite being pummeled in the fights on map 1, goes for the exact same style. And Lin did his timing style. A thing of beauty. Sees the tier 2, or feels the tier 2 buildings, rushes into Kaho's base, and again, lumber issues. It's so simple. But you gotta hit that timing, otherwise it's a lot of lost time. Time. But Shadowhunter can creep in the meantime. Kaho is busy here. And I don't think you can allow this freedom. That was a solid minute delay, right? But okay, catching reinforcements now, a little exclamation mark.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击，一座基地正遭到围攻。
Does he get it again? Yeah, he just walks it off like the boss that he is. Very discouraging series so far for Kaho. So far, he got no chance. He got no chance. And here we go again. How many cancels is this? 5? You gotta do big damage with that creep jack that's coming up. But essentially, we're 8 minutes in, and Kaho is now spawning the first Dryad. That is crazy. Oh my.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Like seriously, I wouldn't be too surprised if Kaho taps out soon. This is brutal. And another cancel. Not all heroes wear capes. Some wear flags for some reason. But that Blade Master is the prime reason that Lin is in a prime position for a 2-0. Lin was flirting with the last hit here, as you see. Scouts for an expansion. Kaho gave up on the lures. That's it.
Lin
got the 50 food army up. He struggles a bit with Shadowhunter levels and in general Blade Master levels also. But the big advantage that Kaho has is the level close to 4 Keeper, which doesn't do much anymore. The second biggest asset is items on the Demon Hunter. And we wanted him to carry in game 1. And that didn't work. And now Lin decides, it's time. I got a handful of raiders. I control them better than anyone else. But Kaho had a heal scroll already. His precious dryads tried to squeeze him out for 5 minutes straight. And now Lin just takes these tools away. But Kaho is here to fight. Not enough to spell against these entangles. That took a long time. And Kaho, for a while, quite competitive. Again going immolation. I seriously don't get it. But okay, so far so good. Keeper gotta be careful. Only has a town portal. Probably wants to stay a little longer for one more kill. Well, the movement of Blade Master and Keeper was very nice on both sides. Demon though! Invo Potion can't chase and can't get the Kodo. That was a very, very, very expensive fight for Kaho on the back of an expansion for Lin, which is halfway done. Invul is gone, no staff.
It's brutal.
That was brutal. That was just punishment. That was 10 minutes of punishment. What can I say, guys? Like, you saw it with your own eyes. This strat is not working. Whatever Kaho is doing there, it's not working. It didn't work on Twisted, and he did the same thing again. Nothing to add, there was another execution. Yeah. Kaho is quite underperforming today. And Lin is punishing him hard. Like, you gotta be at your absolute A game if your opponent is Lin. And Kaho is not necessarily bringing a fight here, to be honest. War Chief on point, yep. And that is while practicing human pretty much the entire time. Kirk! Thank you very much for the sub. Reverse sweep! Well, Kaho has to come up with a lot. He gotta change almost everything. Oh, they were debating if this was a disconnect? Oh. Well, maybe it was. We can check. We can check Flow TV, I guess. Or the admins weren't sure if this is a disconnect or not. Yeah, to me, this looked like Kaho was hopeless. Oh, it was a disconnect. When it rains, it pours, huh? When it rains, it pours. Nothing's going your way, and then you disconnect. But it was super over. It was so over. This was 3 times over. I've seen Kaho with quite some reverse sweeps. And he needs one now. I don't know. He should do a handstand or something. Because he's got to change it all. So I hope his mental isn't broken. Never call a game over until one player actually left. I've seen crazy comebacks in the last 20 years. Yeah, but you also get a good idea of when a game is over and not. And if an Ancient of Lore gets cancelled 10 times, that is quite over. Ooh, this must feel so good by Lin. For years, he didn't feel comfortable at all in this matchup. At some points of Warcraft 3 balance, Night Elf was significantly overpowered, and he tried to find a solution. It didn't work. Shout out Keeper Patch, shout out Matt Morris. And that's not whining, that's just a fact. And he voiced his frustration quite a bit, and now it feels like Shu is on the other foot. But hey, Kaho, all you need is 3 maps in a row against the greatest orc player on the planet. Well, that's gotta be easy. Yeah, guys, there's no debate that this game's over. Was over. No debate. So, any changes, Kaho? Any adjustments? We are on Terraner's stand. And it is a change. It is a Demon Hunter. Okay. The goal was always to creep up a lot. And I don't like that on Kaho's side, really. This was 100% evasion creeping so far. And even though Lin wasn't able to get him, he had that second point of attack in the base, and this arguably crippled Kaho even more. Okay, shop creep, instant level 2. Hope you get great items as you did before. And Lin looks like he's a bit more aggressive this time. He could snipe the merchant if Kaho takes too much time. Looks like it's taking quite a bit of time. Ay, he denied it. Kaho denied it. Creep. So he's not level 2. He has to go to the green. Blade Master's here. This needs to be a mana burn kill. Yeah, he's choosing mana burn. This has to work. Trying to do as much damage on the Blade Master as possible. Gets it, but item goes to Lin and it's a big mana potion. And that Blade Master's going crazy now. Draining more moon juice. And Kaho gets the mercenary. This could have been worse. This could have been worse. Not having the big mana potion is opening up this harass a lot for Lin, of course. Circlet double slippers. Nice. The stars are aligning for a Happy versus Lin winner bracket final. Let's be honest. Double big mana potion. Well, it's kinda good that there's mana burn now? Finally? Demon Hunter's inventory is crazy, but I set this on Twisted and I set this on Concealed. And that didn't help at all. Lin scouts well. Today, demonstration of force. Very, very rare to see this skill gap between the best orc and the best night elf in the world. Clearly an off day for Kaho. Good little block. In this game, unlike in the other games, Shadowhunter didn't creep much. Lures are coming up. Lin also sold one of the big potions, but yep, that expo is cut. But this is looking like the best game so far. Wait a minute. Oh, that was the big mana potion. All right. But yo, just for this Blade Master life, this was not the time of the match where you wanted to use that. Good win for Kaho.
一位玩家的部队正遭到攻击。
Keep a second. Feel some thorns are coming. It's so crazy how fast Lin is getting level 3s this game. Devotion. Sweet. All of Lin's damage is physical. That's a reduction. Okay, no counter expansion this time. Lin is going up to 50. Pulls the boys. This is the push. There's an Ancient of War. It's gonna be a Moonwell. Kaho did not start tier 3. All his resources are going into this defense. This is the best setup so far. By far. But Lin is a magician with these 50 food armies specifically. And off we go. Raiders, all these Dryads are not creating too much distance. The Mauler packs a big punch. First heal wave used already, but only level 1. Keeper level 2. Good. Should be Aura, I guess. Hunting down the Merc, gets that kill. Okay, Kaho. Kaho is fighting. Lin's push hits a wall. And that's quite a big wall, actually. Demon Hunter... Ooh, living a dangerous life. Lin is identifying this. No potion, no staff. Just has to retreat for the Moonwell a little bit. Reposition. Lin still has damage in this army. No towers up. No shop up. These peons were just damage sponges. Ancient of War down. Expo still up. Kaho needs to rebuild fast. And re-equip. Skipping a shop was a bold move, but might work out. Heal scroll used immediately. Lin has so little and no mana. This is Kaho's time. Put your name on the board, kid. And now, when there's no mana anymore, this Demon Hunter is so strong. Going for the Shadow. He can't get out, no TP, nothing. And Lin knows that this was not really his game. The Demon Hunter change helped a ton. Despite the last hit, Lin's still in this game, but he knows, GG. Okay, as I said, Kaho oftentimes starting slow into a series. Still a Hercules task ahead of him. But this was way better. Way better.
Thanks for all the dedicated coverage. You guys are incredible. Hope you're all doing well.
Hells yeah, 53 days of consecutive streaming. And Kaho with a point. Still 2 match points, now on Lin's maps. But the Demon Hunter change worked out. Items were fantastic. No lores cancelled. No expo cancelled. The defensive setup was good with an Ancient of War that bought a lot of time. And then he just pummeled him down. Despite the Renegade Steal and the double mana burn. Yeah, Pato's calling it out. The Blade Masters around that forced the mana potion. That was quite a turnaround. I unfortunately have to agree with Pato. Imagine he keeps 2 mana potions for a fight like this. Outstanding, but no. Okay. Okay. Kaho surprised me. We've seen a reverse sweep by Moon yesterday. There is hope for the elves. And thank you, of course, James Levan, for the sweet sub message. So what do you guys think? Come back, or will Lin just destroy him now? All non-happy series so far went 3-2. Game up. Equals. What's left in the playbook, Kaho? His fight looked incredibly confident. Also, shout out to that Mauler timing. That Mauler arrived pretty much at the perfect time, didn't it? We need more of that. There's a mercenary camp here. And it is, again, a demon hunter. Judging from the series today, the by far more promising hero pick. Keeper just didn't work. One bit. And now we're gaming. To say Kaho is the best night elf in the world is a big statement, having in mind that he almost always loses to Moon and Mirror. Yeah, but he also wins maps against Happy and Moon doesn't. So where are we at now? I think it's fairly undisputed that Kaho is the best night elf in the world right now. Like, who else? Don't. I was, I already saw that Ancient of War killing another creep. Peon with a nice trick here, bringing the creeps in. Moon Greater all night elves. Can you tell me that in an hour and a half again? So Lin knows that due to the two creep camps pulled together, Kaho needs a lot of time. Punishes that by taking the green away with a damage boosting item. He's quite hurt already. Not seeing a keeper against him, of course, opens up the possibility to use grunts early. Didn't do that much. Whoa, especially not if it gets ensnared. And Kaho is going mana burn again. Also making sure that Lin can't steal the Berserker. I feel like Kaho is making a lot more good decisions now. Claws or gloves better? Early game claws, late game pretty much on par. Very hero dependent. Ooh, steal by Lin. 2.5. Is this delaying level 3? He just crept. What decisions? Well, to leave the Shadow Priest there. So he's fighting the Peon, so Lin can't steal the Berserker, so he can get his own Berserker. Decisions like this. Of course, I don't expect Twitch chat to see nuances like this. Ooh, Kaho burns the Blade Master so he can't get out. Will the creep stop him? He's trying to... Ooh. Consumes the big mana potion early again. This was a huge find one more time. And same decision by Lin that he did on Terranos. And he runs down a grunt. Guys, Kaho's picking up pace, man. Guys, is this series going a whole different way? Kaho's big awakening. So now we got the Berserker, which accelerates his creeping by a lot. Yeah, you don't want to lose that, buddy. Demon Hunter is a bit too late to the party, but that Berserker will be healed now. This Demon Hunter is so sick. Kind of a bad sign when you see that the Blade Master has to creep the spot. Otherwise it would be level 2 Shadow Hunter immediately. Only evasion, which is sweet with mirror image, but we don't see mirror image. Oh my god. That Blade Master, that Demon Hunter did like a third more damage than Lin did on his blade. Kaho is not using much. It's a handful of mercs. He saved a lot of resources. Getting caught now though by Hex first, which is a very interesting choice that you don't necessarily expect. But that also means that he doesn't have heal wave. So he's banking on some crazy shop control. Can't get this around, Lin. There's only one radar and no mana for a Hex. Demon Hunter just staffs out. And Lin, that peon was supposed to build an expansion, wasn't it? Huge delay. Keeper's creeping. Bears are coming. Tier 3 around the corner. And I feel like Lin is a bit fooled into thinking that Kaho is expanding once again when this time it's a tier 3 tech instead. Maybe it's just for shop control because heal scrolls are absolutely essential now. Good vision. No reinforced defenses. Burrow's under fire. Lin doesn't really have the resources to rebuild. Treant's coming. Burrow down. Level 4. And what can Lin really attack? A couple of Moonwelts here? This will take time. He's losing the second Burrow in the main. Kaho's call now. He doesn't have lumber. He can't rebuild this. He can't rebuild this forever. Now Kaho gotta save his bear, and then he's fine. Lin's in trouble. How did this series just took this 180? Oh, no staff! Demon Hunter surrounded this time. He needs a lot of evasion. Ritu, maybe, anything. Invul on Lin. No way! Kaho, huge mistake. Not having a staff. Now he's got to fight without the carry, but the bears are here to save the day. Can he send something to the tavern? Needs to. He needs this Demon Hunter back. He's still getting quite some kills as bears are so strong as a tier 3 unit. Does he not have the resource? I think he's struggling for gold. Oh, what a slaughter. Demon Hunter's back. Shadow Hunter pretty much out in the open. Keeper also being pummeled by the blade. What a fight. Yep, you gotta run them down, buddy, but there's no boots anywhere. I feel like Keeper... Oh, you gotta hit out. Keeper in trouble. Oh, Blade Master's hurting himself. Of course, buddy, let's go. And now Kaho can rebuild and Lin cannot. But Lin's got the expo up. And Kaho does not. But Kaho got the tier 3 and Lin does not. With the expo being finished, this of course means that Lin is no longer supply blocked. Lin gotta play an economical game now if he wants to make his way to the winner bracket final. I think the time for direct fights is paused for quite a while. Just base harass. Kaho does have control. Quite a bit of control actually. Very little dispel. Opens it up. Time for entangle. But damage is done. Kaho's still blocked at 40. Riot Pod. These Raider and Snares are worth $1 million. Clock is ticking in favor of Lin. He still has no heal wave. And he can't change that. He also doesn't have a healed scroll. Kaho with 3 bears. No Kodo out, right? To eat them bears? Not really. Demon Hunter is a beast. Still no stab. It's only walkers more or less. No heal wave. There is an Invo potion. 7 seconds. Demon Hunter under fire again. It's the same mistake as before. Hex comes in. He needs that blade. Entangle both first heroes. The level up saves Lin. Oh boy. Was this the crucial mistake? 2 first hero losses. You can usually not afford this. Oh, he reveals himself. There's the potion. Lin's hero control a lot better. And in Warcraft 3, it's a lot about the heroes. Mana on the Shadow Hunter. He got that Hex. He got the ward. Here we go. Double kill. Too much. Kaho threw the comeback out the window laughing. Look at him. He knows. How did that happen? And Lin sees the flaw in the game twice. Punishes it twice. And ascends into the winner bracket final. War Chief with some insane games 1 and 2. Struggling a little more in game 3 and 4. But eventually, the stars align for Lin vs. Happy in 2 days.